happy day, beautiful people. Today we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns having a new content creator team. It's Jan. Let's talk today. so I woke up today and, I went about my normal routine in the morning and I had a DM from one of my friends. And they had sent me like this post, like shaking my head. How do they have a content creator team and you're not on it? And I was like, first of all, let me start by saying or preface this entire thing by I had no idea that they were building this. And so that's is what I said to him. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, I had no idea. Like, but I also was like, you know what? It's so crazy because you would think like how hard I went last year that I would be a part of that opportunity, right? And I just even like reflected on it a little bit more because I'm like, I went viral multiple times. Like I tagged them in almost everything. So like even if I did not see the opportunity, you would think I would have been encouraged to apply for the opportunity, right? But then, of course, for me, I had to like ground myself and root myself in God because I had to remember that, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And it reminded me of a conversation I was having with a friend one time when I was telling her, like, I'm just looking for more opportunities. Like, I've been going super hard on my content. Like, I create content that I'm very passionate about. Like, I love activities through and through. So, a lot of it, entailed the Browns. A lot of it shows the Cavs. It shows the Guardians. Like, it shows activities around Cleveland and just activities in general. Like no matter where I go, I'm going to highlight some type of activity because that's my core. Like that's what I love to do. So the conversation I had with a friend one time when I told her like I'm just looking for more opportunities because like yeah, although I was posting so much Browns content, not one time did they reach out to me. Not one time did anybody like there's been some Browns players that follow me and stuff like that, but like nothing weird or anything like that. They're just fans of my content, right? But nothing ever came about from it. The only thing that I will say is like I met the best people in the world. Like I have some really close friends now from it. And I made some connections, but again, nothing that, would get me to the point, of this content creator team. But going back to what I said to my friend about just wanting an opportunity, I remember she said sometimes you have to create that opportunity. And so that's what I thought about with this. I was just like, you know what? This opportunity isn't for me. I wasn't chosen for this. I didn't know about it. Like, so I couldn't apply for it. I just kind of live in my own bubble. I just create content. Like I create. Like, so, um, it was like, maybe this is something that I just have to continue to just push my own thing and create my own opportunities. But I say all of this to say, like I said, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And I'm rooted in God first. And I am looking at this like this might not be the opportunity that God has for me, but I know He has something for me. What that is, I don't know. But all I can do is focus on what I can control, which is to continue to create content every single day. Like, this is what I do. This is something that I live and I breathe. And even though I'm not seeing the return from my labor right now, like, the Bible tells us like you have to continue to work as though you're serving the Lord and not some human masters. Like knowing that your return is in heaven. And I just have to continue to live with eternity in mind, knowing that this is not my forever place, knowing that I will be passed up for opportunities that seem like they should be a perfect fit for me. You know what I mean? But I don't make this video like in spite or anything, like being mad about it or anything, because that's not what I want the takeaway to be. I think that the takeaway more so than anything should be that we should not feel entitled to anything, which I don't feel entitled to that. I don't feel like they should have definitely, well, I mean, I kind of slightly feel a little slighted. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like I would have been a perfect person for that. But at the same time, I know that I have to just, remember that it's God who I'm doing this for. Like, when I show up and I'm like, trying to show positivity and just trying to be a source of positivity and be a source of inspiration, because I always say, like, I'm not an influencer, I'm an inspirer. Like, my content is rooted in inspiring people to be better versions of themselves, right? So I know that I have to continue to just show up and be that person, because that's what I'm doing it for. That is my purpose. That is my goal. Like, it's bigger than being a Cleveland Browns content creator. Like, even though that's something that is like a pillar of mine, it's not my entire personality, right? So, and I'm not saying that the people that they chose, it was their entire personality. I'm not saying that. Like, again, this video is not no slight or no shade to anything, or who they chose. Like, I think I follow one of the people they chose, and I even sent congratulations because I'm so happy for her. Like, I'm happy for all of the people that got the opportunity, because, in this content creation world, like, you want an opportunity, right? But again, going back to what my friend said, sometimes you have to create that opportunity. What that looks like, I don't know. But I think, just as somebody who's just been navigating unemployment for a little bit over a year now, like moving into April, it's been hard. Like, I show up every day and I'm like smiling, and I don't even know, like, this kind of make me emotional talking about it. But I understand that whatever that opportunity is, it will come. So, but again, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm crying because I wasn't chose for that opportunity. I think that it's just one of those things where it's like, you working so hard and you posting every single day, and you do want an opportunity. Like, I would be lying and say that I don't want an opportunity, because I do. But again, I know that I have to stay rooted in God and what God is calling me to and what his plan is for my life. So if you are on a content creation journey and you're somebody, or whatever journey you're on, and you feel like you've been working so hard, you got to remember what the word says. Like, you got to keep working at it every single day. You got to keep showing up every single day. Like, even when it feels like nobody is noticing you, when it feels like nobody is giving you an opportunity. And you have to try to create that opportunity, whatever that looks like. I still don't know what it looks like. So, I work on so many different things. And just stay prayerful and just continue to put my trust in God, knowing that whatever it is he has for me, he's going to have that for me. Um, and I don't know what that looks like, but I'm going to continue to show up regardless, right? So, shout out to everybody that they did choose for that opportunity. And I know there's an opportunity out there for me somewhere. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it's going to be, but all I know is all I can do is focus on me and continue to show up daily. And that's the goal. So, yeah, that's my insight on it. And I don't want y'all to look at me like, dang, she crying 'cause she didn't get chose. No, I'm not crying about that. I think it's just having an opportunity in general, right? Like, having been doing this and locked in on it so hard, and still just trying to, like, have that one life-changing opportunity. Like, that's something that I'm just like praying for, that I'm hoping for, that I'm wishing for, that I need. Like, it has been hard. I show up every day and I smile, like, but I'm not going to pretend like it is not hard. Like, I still question, how am I going to pay the bills? I still question, like, what am I going to do? But, like, what can I do besides just continue to show up and do my part? So yeah. So hopefully you guys can take away something from this video and know, like, it's not going to look like what you want it to look like. You're not going to get the things that you think you should get, and that's okay. But understand that God's way is better than your way, and the path that he has for you is better than the path that you could ever carve or design for yourself. So, yeah. But that's all that I have to say on the topic, and that is it for today. I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.